What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists, and welcome to On the Bench with Pete, the series that you put on in the background as you hobby or paint along with me. And I've got stuff to talk about today, and I'm feeling rather good. I'm feeling rather jubilant. Life is good. It's Wednesday. I've finished work. I've now got 3 days off. Oh, nice. So, let's get to the bench, but before we do, grab your paints, brushes, models, anything else you need for this venture. And yeah, we'll get to it because we are in for about an hour of hobby slash painting slash rambling about nonsense or anything else that comes to mind. So, without further ado, let's get to the bench. Right, okay, so here we are on the bench. What you can see are my Blood Angels, my Space Marines. They're just ordinary Space Marines, apart from my Apothecary, my recently painted up Apothecary. I will be revisiting him at some point in the future. And before we continue, my phone is on because I am expecting a call from work. So, yeah. No, that's not work, but I am expecting a call from work, so, you know, if that happens, I shall just edit it out. But that's the reason, so I might get other notifications of things whilst I'm doing it. Okay, so it's fairly chilly. It was colder today than it has been for a while. So I've got the heater on. I probably won't need it on constantly, though. Yeah, so this here is part of a new series called Apothecary, which I'm going to be doing, where I show TLC to old armies, old models, any models I come across, any models I may get sent or given, who knows. And yeah, I'm going to revamp them or just type them, or in some cases just finish painting them, because these guys were never finished. They never were. But I've already started. I've made a start. I've got the decals on all their left shoulder pads, and what I'm going to do is paint the trim of their shoulder pads. The majority of them are silver, and I'm just going to make sure that the rest of them follow suit. Because yeah, I'm starting to, in my hobby old age, start to look at things like consistency across the board, and continuity, things like that. So, and you may notice there's a different camera angle today. That's okay. That's because sometimes I like to change things up. The majority, let me just before we continue, the majority of my Blood Angels army were made from spares and bits, because I had a load of bits from when I first started the hobby. I was both given and I was able to purchase some as well on eBay at the time. We're talking about 6 years ago now, which I can't believe it. I was notified, not long ago that I've been 6 years on YouTube, which is, how long I've been in the hobby, because I started YouTube pretty much at the same time as I started the hobby. So yeah, there's a little bit of trivia for you. So what I'm doing, apart from knocking everything off, looking for some paints. Lead Belcher is where it's at, baby. Lead Belcher for the shoulder pads here. So I come across there. So yeah, I'm doing that there. Shoulder pad there. Anyway, you don't need to see it, but it's there. Yes, and I got a second pot of water for metallics. So we're all good to go. So what I'll do, I think. So this is an ideal series for this type of thing. Just doing this kind of thing. Getting it done. And because, you know, I don't need to buy any models for it, because I literally can't afford it at the moment. But that's cool. It's a good reason for me to get, you know, work done on these guys, which I'm not going to strip them and redo them, as I know a lot of you do, and, you know, for good reason, and I wholly applaud that. I really do. It's just not for me. My opinion is, these were like the first Space Marines I ever painted, so they're not going to be the best in the world. But it's, I don't know, I'm kind of fond of them like that, because that's how I'm used to them. If I was to do a Space Marine army now, I think I'd do it a lot differently. I'm not saying I'm an amazing painter, but I think they'd be tons better than they are now. But, you know, that's just my opinion. I would at least try to get them better than they are now. But, you know, I'm happy with the way they look. They've served me well in many a game. And so, yeah. Plus it gives me a good reason for doing a new series. So I'm starting with Blood Angels on the new series. Oh, I better get my timer going so I know roughly how long I've been going. Yeah, so I'm starting on the new series with Blood Angels. And, you know, I shall look at all my armies eventually. So, oh man, gone over already. Some savage stuff there. So let's see if we can rectify that mistake. Mistakes happen. Mistakes happen. Yeah, nicely saved. Oh yeah, well saved, sir. Yes, good. Right, different brush needed then. Character brush might do it. So yep, so that's good. Right, so today is Wednesday, the 5th, is it? 4th or 5th? I can't remember now. But you know, you can see February. So I am not. My old contract at work runs out next Monday, so I would have gone in for this Sunday coming, which is the 9th of February, and then the 10th, which is the Monday, would have been my last day. But they have given me another 13 weeks, which is cool. Still getting it. So I think I can rectify that with some Nuln Oil. Yeah. Yeah, so they've given me another 13 weeks, which is very cool. Now, changing my hours as well. So on the Sunday, I've been told, and this is the only thing about where I work. It's difficult to pin anybody down to get any definitive answers about anything. But, you know, there are worse things in life, but it can be a bit frustrating at times. So I was trying to get hold of a certain manager who would have been the one to sort me out with that kind of info, basically. And he was due in at 5 this morning, and he obviously he didn't turn up, and he came in, but a lot later anyway. And of course, when you see them, they're always busy. I said, I do need to talk to you later about my contract and things. He's like, yeah. I said, well, because I'm not down on any rota at the moment for Sunday or Monday next week. He said, "Oh, that's all right. I'll sort that out with you. You come and see me later." I said, "So shall I just come in my normal hours then? You know, which is 6 till 11 on a Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday it's 5 till 10. Although I've been doing over that because the work's been there, and if it's there, I'm doing it." He said, "No. If you come in at 11, because everything's changing at the moment, and we're going to be doing, order picking all day long, basically." I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. So come in at 11 on Sunday?" He said, "Yeah, but come see me after, and I'll go through it all with you." Anyway, I get to, before 10, and I'm asked, like, "Can you stay on for another hour?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." And they're like, "Oh, brilliant, that's amazing, thank you." And I'm like, "Really, it's no worries, because I want to stay on because of more money." It's the type of job that I can do, and I can do more than my base hours because it's so easy. But anyway, that aside. So when 11 o'clock comes, and we've finished all the orders, so there was no more work to do. So I thought, well, I'll go and find him then. Of course, I can't find him. And it turns out he's had to pop out with a colleague, which I'm guessing the only reason a manager would do that probably is if someone had an accident and they had to take him, or they weren't well or something, they had to take him to casualty or somewhere like that. That's just what I'm guessing. Right, so that's him. So yeah, who knows? So yeah, so the time came, and he was, so I couldn't find him. But I found another manager who might be able to help. He couldn't help because he didn't know. But I'm like, "Do you know where he is?" No, he's had to go out. Blah blah blah. I said, "Well, I've got this problem." So I explained my situation. And I said, "So shall I just turn up if I don't hear any different?" He said, "Let me take your number, and I'll get him, i.e. the manager, to give you a call when he gets back." Well, I'm still waiting, which is the call I'm waiting for now. So I said, "All right, well, if I don't hear from you, because, I know what it's like, and you know what it's like as well, shall I just, if I don't hear anything, shall I just come in at 11 then, because that's what he told me to do?" He said, "Well, yeah, if that's what you've agreed, do that." So that's my plan. Just going to go in at 11 on Sunday, which means I get a lion. Nice lion. That's me. That's what's been going on with me, and this week's been incredibly busy at work, which is a good sign, because it means they need more people, and hopefully the next 13 weeks I can prove to them that they really cannot do without me in any way, shape or form. That's my plan. I hope it's a good one. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to grab some of my coffee for a minute. Let's wash my brush out a bit there. So I've done 2. I've got 3 to go now on the shoulder pads. Yeah, because the last episode of Apothecary was about putting the decals on them, really, and just getting them all up to the same place. That's what I want, and I can continue working on them, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I heard, and this is they've changed the contracts of people in my place, so that everybody on our department has to do 1 afternoon. See, they've been earlies at the moment, and of course they're all kicking off about that and moaning like hell about it. And I'm like, I'm okay with it because I'm thinking, nice, I get a lion, brilliant. I'm okay with doing afternoons instead of mornings. Yeah, I prefer doing mornings because it's all over and done with, but you know, it's possible I may go permanently on, not permanent, well, for the duration of my contract then, you know what I mean, on just afternoons. I'm okay with that. I really am. And whether that's doing order picking, that's great because I know the job inside out now and back to front, which you would do in about the space of an hour. And and if not, then that's great too because it means I get to learn something new. Yeah, it's always like just I'm trying to look at each change as an opportunity. So it's an opportunity to expand my CV if I learn new stuff, which is great. It's just making my profile as a job seeker stronger and stronger, you know, and stronger, basically. And that cannot be a bad thing. Right. I remember doing this guy. Yeah. There's 2 chain swords. Yeah, so I'm, you know, it's quite exciting really because, you know, they could put me somewhere new. You know, they could say, I don't know, we're going to get you working in the bakery. And I'll be like, I know they're not going to do that, but I'll be like, yeah, I'm okay with that. I guess the only thing I wouldn't be overly excited about or infused would be if they put me on replen, because I've done that at Sainsbury's and it is so hard work. It's a hard job. And not much longevity for me in that type of work. But, you know, we'll see. Time will tell. And we really will see what's going on. That's one of his shoulder pads done. Time to do the other one now. And that symbol. Yeah, do that retributive guild after. So I go back to the apothecary series. I will have done quite a bit more work on this army, and you know, that's fine. Always more work to do. Always more work to do. So yeah, so that's me, my job. You know, you just got to put a positive spin on things, haven't you, really? Because you just got to tell yourself that's great. You know, whatever change they throw at you or spanner they throw in your work, your working routines, like, look at it with, yeah, that's cool. So I do want to get quite a bit more established there, though. You know, I mean, I'm kind of established, but you know what I mean. At least have a permanent contract and know exactly what I'm doing. I know more or less what I'm doing on a daily basis, but you know, it's like where to go, who to see. I just wanted to get their act together a bit more. So going on Sunday, they're like, "Oh yeah, brilliant! I was hoping you turn up because this is what we need. We're doing these orders now in the afternoon." I've got to do his the rim of his base as well, the one I've got here now. Cause at the moment it's black, and I want to do it with Steel Legion drab, which is kind of my go-to colour. That type of thing. I would like to do another Space Marine Army in the future. And is it the Blood Ravens? Black Ravens. I'd have to look them up because they're the ones who suffer more with the rage, the blood rage, than even the Blood Angels do. They're kind of ostracised by the other Space Marines. You know, they're one click away from heresy. Being heretical. So that's kind of fun. Right, so I have to clean my airbrush out sometime soon as well. It's just I begrudge the time it takes. I'd rather be painting. I know I've got to do it at some point, but I just want to keep painting my models, you know. I'm sure you understand. Yes, I understand. Yeah, I do enjoy my work. It's first job in a long time that I've not like dreaded. Dread's a harsh word. I suppose not dreaded, but that kind of sinking feeling, like, oh, work. You know, like some jobs can be. I enjoy the customer interaction. You know, if they put me on tills, checkouts, I'm cool with that too. Because baby, I get to sit down, I get to talk to customers. Win-win. Win-win for PD. Right. That's him done. The last one on the shoulder pad front. There's this dude here. Need a bit more. If I can get away with not thinning it down so much. So let me know what you're working on. As always, total pleasure to read about that. I look forward to that. I did notice my on the bench when I was on break this morning at about 8:30. No, my second break, sorry, which was at 10 o'clock. I did notice that the on the bench had gone up for this week, and I'm like, ooh, good. That means I didn't, I can't sit and watch and go into YouTube there even on break because there's too many people around. I like to do it kind of in my own privacy. But I thought, oh, good. I wonder if there's any comments going to go on there, and I can find out what people are working on. I don't care if it sounds sad. I love hearing about it. Yeah, so the more little work I do on my Space Marines, the more uniform they will become. No, slightly off shot here, but I've got to rest the handle on the bench to do this. I do have a bit of a headache today, though. That's the only thing. Which is the only reason I'm not wearing my stronger glasses. Although I am beginning to think I should. As you know, I don't get to play very often, but I'm hoping that my Blood Angels can make an appearance in a game this year, at least. I'll try reaching out to my old buddy, see if he'll come over and play a game. That'll be good. He's got an Imperial Guard army. I mean, a lot of people have, haven't they? Including myself. But people that's all he's got, though. And he's got an absolute ton of them. So imagine all my models together, model count. That's what he's got. But just in Imperial Guard. Probably more than I have, actually. I've got a fair few. Right. So that marks that. Let's close up this paint pot. Just get the worst off with the water. Then I grab my bar of soap. It's just common or garden soap. It's cheap enough. It cleans my brushes out absolutely fine. Does a splendid job. There we go. Right, so need to look. Oh, blimey, 22 minutes. It might be time to put the heating on again. In fact, it is. Right, so I'm going to have a sip of coffee. So all I've done is I've come home. I had a sleep for about half an hour. I was too excited. I know. Excited about coming out to make videos because I look forward to it all week. I've made another intro for my intro series, detailing a couple more 3 more playlists, and yeah, so I'll put that up later, and I'm looking forward to that. This really is good. I love these mats, these cutting mats, these large ones. They're absolutely splendid. I think they're brilliant. No matter what size they are, I'm always a sucker for them, and I used to go somewhere like Chaplin's or somewhere, and I'd see one, for a couple of quid. I think, ooh, look at that, I must have one. I got quite a few spare. And I got a big one and another big one, and then I got some little ones, about A4 size, and then I got like smaller again, right down to A5 sort of size, I would say. Right, so enough jibber jabber. Just looking at them, I kind of want to give them a chance to. Ooh, I just discovered he's got what looks like a gold shoulder pad. I'll have to change that. Just cleaned up my brush as well. Not to worry. Gives these a chance to dry. And I need to put him on something so that I can do his base. The rim of his base, I should say. I know. I'll swap it for this. Oh, this Chaos Dude. Oh. I've built him. I have had him for a couple of years now. One of my Christmas presents a few years ago. Right, there we go. Yes, I got Azrael too, which I want to paint up sometime. Old Azrael, metal. That's kind of cool. Do that sometime. It's nice to have a different camera angle, just for a change. Change is as good as the rest, they say. I agree. I do agree. Right. I'm looking for Steel Legion Drab. And there it is. Oh, that looks like a new one. I must have one open somewhere. Because... there we go. Nope, that's XV88. They're quite similar, those. So I do get confused sometimes. Steel Legion Drab, there we go. Yeah, I'm not about to open up a new pot of paint when I know I have one. So, there we go. There he is. So I took some painkillers anyway when I came home, and I had a half-hour kit, like I said, and then got up, spoke to my wife, because it was her, like her lunch break, and then I started doing my videos. Don't know why I painted the rim of this on black at the time. Maybe I had a plan to do them all, but no, I like Steel Legion Drab. I do remember originally I did the rims of the bases of these guys XV88, but decided shortly, well, I think about a year after that I liked the Steel Legion Drab version better. Because I put Steel Legion Drab on my Tyranids. I think that's what made me think, actually that looks better. It's a little too garish, the XV88, just slightly. There. That's better. We really are getting there now. Dare I try to sort the lid out? I cut myself last week doing this. The tweezers slip. Just trying to get the dry paint out from under the lip of the lids. You can shut the pots better, and then they don't dry out, you know, like they're prone to do. The old lids are far superior to these. Don't care what anybody says. The old pots are better, way better. Buy old pot. I mean, these type are so much better. Painting them is still wet and runny and perfectly usable. Couldn't say the same for a paint left in one of these pots for the same amount of time. No sir. I mean, I get that they want you to spend more money on paint. Business model, you know. I get it. Yeah, I do get it. I think you want to make it matters worse here for this one. Oh well. I've been looking at people going to conventions a lot on YouTube lately. Thinking I might have to go to one again sometime. It's been so long since I went. I'm actually kind of missing it. But the only thing is, you gotta have money to go, so maybe that's a good thing. So what I'd like to do is to use this year as a rebuilding year to get myself back on track financially, and then the year after this, like next year, I can use to kind of start saving up, putting back for things like going to a convention, you know, for example. That way I can meet a load of new people and, you know, have a good time. Yeah, it's good in there, it's good in there. Big blob of paint there, which is really quite irritating. I'm nearly there. Is you watching me clean out my paint pot lid? This, you know, does it get any more exciting? I mean, come on guys, you know, this is a real treat, isn't it? Right, I think I'm just about done. Really? Right, okay. Better damn well shut better now. I've done that. Yes, it does. Thank goodness for that. Wipe these tweezers off a bit. Put the bits of paint in the bin. Use a wet wipe. Clean off my hands. And hopefully we'll be in a position where you'd hardly know. You'd hardly know I did anything. I didn't do anything, it wasn't me. Hey, it wasn't me. Right. I do get paint everywhere when I'm doing this. It's just one of those, I don't know, OCD things. Right. Okay, so now back to where we were, which was having a sip of coffee. Right. Okay, so I do have to do his shoulder pad thing. I'll leave that one on that makeshift stand. That one for until it dries. Ooh, well, actually, until I varnish it. The edge. Only the bits I've painted. Right. So I've also discovered one here that's got like some chipping on his shoulder guard, so he can be done again too. And I'm going to paint. I'm going to paint both of these shoulder guards. One the rim, and the other the whole thing going around. So let's up. Right, yes. Okay. So tomorrow I've got another day of hobby and videos, which is quite exciting. I'm super chuffed to be able to do this. I'm absolutely loving my hobby right now. Oh, I was thinking in the near future of maybe doing a couple of live shows again. It's been a long time since I did a live show. A long time. It's not really viable at the moment though, with too many distractions. I don't know how good it would come out here, whether the internet connection would be strong enough. That's my only concern. I mean, I could do it at the house, no bother, and that's not an issue. I could do that. But there's lots of distractions there. That's the only thing, with the dogs and my daughter and one thing and another. So who knows? I mean, my daughter's going to be going away to the RAF soon, hopefully. Anyway, so once that happens, then it might be more of a thing I can do, and I can revisit it nearer the time and think about it then. Oh, I just spotted another chip on the paint. Yeah, so I'll do that. Yeah, it's gonna look good when they're all done. When his shoulder guard could be better. Yeah, I'm going to touch up his shoulder guard as well. Right. Okay. 37 minutes in, and but we've done a little bit of work. Originally, these on the bench episodes were to help me get work done quick, or to pass the time slightly quicker when I'm painting mundane tasks. Now it's kind of changed because I don't have a load of models that I need to paint, just the odd couple. So I'm not needing to get things done quickly at all. So I'm just going to be enjoying what I'm doing. I've got this Watcher in the Dark here that came with Azrael. So I'm going to be painting him as well. Got loads of stuff to do. think I'd quite like to get a drop pod for my Blood Angels someday. I think it would look good. Either on the tabletop in a game, on a shelf, a display cabinet, anything. I think drop pods are ace. They're a bit of a bugger to put together though, from what I remember. But who knows, maybe, because that was some time ago since I did one. Maybe I'd be better at it. I remember feeling like I needed an extra pair of hands to do it. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on that one. Right, that's me coffee done. Well, I'm not getting this phone call from my manager, so I'm just assuming, alright then, I'm going to go in at 11 o'clock on Sunday. Right. I will thin it down a bit this time. Just one. Damn. I was hoping just to get one drop of thinner. It's come out as two. Oh, blast. I really... Oh well. I shall start with a larger brush though. So we're doing the whole of his left shoulder pad. Right, so I'll be breaking out the null oil soon, I think. I do like Blood Angels. I've got three Space Marine factions. I've got Blood Angels, which I love. I've got Dark Angels, which I love. I love their mystery. And I've got Ultramarines, which I think they just look great. I do have my own chapter there as well, which I've only got like a few normal Space Marines and an attack bike for, so they don't really count.
Just very quickly came to say that I'm off, so
okay.
Goodbye.
Lock me in.
Yes, I will see when I get in tonight.
Yes, okay. I might be picking you up, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, just text me and let me know before 11 o'clock who's coming to pick me up, so I know who to ring when I'm out. Love you.
Love you, bye. As you can gather, that was my daughter. She's just off to work now. Yeah, and because I don't have work tomorrow, I'm most likely going to insist I pick her up so that my wife can get a better night's sleep. Because I know the pain of not sleeping well and then having to go to work the next day. Oh, it's terrible. I suffered with it last week, a couple of days. Fortunately, today was not one of them because last night I had an amazing night's sleep. You know, in part thanks to my wife going to pick up our daughter after work, finishing at 11 o'clock at night. So I need to return. I will return the favour today. It's only fair. Absolutely right. Just nothing worse than trying to get through your day and suppressing yawns, you know, every breath. Yeah, it's not fun. And I don't enjoy that. So I wouldn't expect anyone else to. Right, that looks like he's done. Yeehaw! Right. That's done. This guy's next. I don't know what silver this is he's got on his pads, shoulder pads, but it's not lead belcher. Like Runefang steel or something like that. But anyway, see if we can dull it down. Oh, he's got some cables here coming out of his bazooka gun thing. We'll have to take care of that. Blue, I think, for the cables. Yeah. It's a really shoddy paint job on this guy, but well. What are you gonna do? Right. He doesn't actually have a lip on the top, but he does on the bottom, so I'm making one. Yeah. That'll do. That'll do for me. Actually, I'll keep him on there. So I'm going to attend to his gun cables after. So see if I can do these without the handle. I might take a trip out tomorrow somewhere. Maybe do a car cast, who knows. Just to get out. Yeah, so I might do that. Yeah, if I didn't warn you that my daughter was due to go to work, I do apologise. Sometimes I remember, and other times I don't. If I didn't mention it, then I do apologise. It didn't stop us doing anything anyway. In the old days, she used to be able to stop and yap for England, but now she's, working and stuff. She can't really do that. Yeah, these are one of my first. This particular marine in my hand is one of my first ones as well, because the armour is literally Mephiston red, and that was it. Yeah, it's quite fun to look at them. Quite fun. Right, anyway, that is that. Brushes. I'm going to switch my heating off for a bit because it's warm. It's well warm. And yeah, I think we might have to leave it there for a bit because yeah, I need these guys to dry. I suppose I could do the cables. That's what I was going to do. I'll do the cables and then we'll call it a day, I think. What have I got here? I've got a nice purple here. X16 purple. There's Tamiya. I haven't opened it yet. Looks nice. Lovely little pot. Nice screw lid. Oh, lovely, lovely smell. I'm gonna have a see what this is all about. Looks nice and thin, so I don't think I'm going to need to thin it down. I've had that for a while as well. I've just never opened it. Nice and flowing well. So let's see how well this does. Yeah, definitely don't need to thin it. I'd say it was airbrush ready. Wonder if it is an airbrush paint. I don't know. I don't know. It might be. I wonder if it's just because it's not. It's not stirred enough, shaken enough, mixed enough. Cocktail stick. We'll get the badger. I'm quite impressed with it as a paint though. Nice lot of paint in there. About, I suppose, a bit more than you get in a DW pot. It probably says on the side somewhere. Oh, it really is. Smells nice. Smells beautiful. Smells as strong as an oil paint. Yeah. On my birthday, I'm hoping to go to Exeter for the day. For a day trip out. I like it there. Last time I was there, found a couple of other hobby shops, which was, you know, nice just to find where they are. And it enabled us to find or discover different parts of the, you know, the town, city centre, whatever you call it. Yeah, which is nice. Always good. Right, so leave that one there. I must have had a shuffle around in the paint section. So does it say on here how much is in here? 10 millilitres? How much do you get in these? I thought these were 12. Yeah, 12 millilitres. It actually says you get more paint in here. Although I'm not so sure though, because sometimes these aren't very full. Whereas that one was. I don't know. Really not sure. Oh, I'm really not sure. I'm wondering if they got a red though. Nice. I can't think where I got it. That's the only thing. Where did I get it? I know it was a shop. It was definitely in a shop. Oh yeah, but where? I've no idea. Yeah. It wasn't the same place I got like my tubes here. Why it says 200 millilitres for £2. That's just a no-brainer, isn't it? I can't see any more of that make. Tamiya. I have a feeling. Oh, I wonder if it fits in. These there. Yes, it does. Yeah. I have a feeling it was Hobbycraft, you know. A shop called Hobbycraft. Don't know why. It's just a feeling I got. Anyway, as the cable's done on him, I can't wash them or do anything else until they're all dry to my satisfaction. So I'm going to leave this session here. In fact, if I zoom out, hey, yo, yeah. So thanks for joining me on this episode of On the Bench with Pete. It's been a real blast. I'm enjoying working on my Blood Angels again. It's been a long time. 6 years. It's been a long time. And this is just like the infantry. I've got other stuff to do and tanks as well. So there'll be plenty for apothecaries and things like that. When I say apothecaries, I mean videos for my apothecary series. So keep on trucking, guys. Let me know what you're working on in the comments below. I hope you're all doing really well. I just wish you well, all of you. And happy painting and hobbying. Remember, all brushes lead to all. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Bye for now, folks. Bye bye.